Hello and welcome everybody. Wanted to kind of give you guys a little update and jump in and do an impromptu reading. My husband is doing much better, so thank you to everybody for their understanding for my absence from the channel. Thank you for all the love and support and all the messages and the donations to the GoFundMe. Like, it is so greatly appreciated. Anyway, with that being said, I thought I would dive in today and just get a collective message for the day. I believe it is November 9th, and my husband should be coming home, if everything goes as planned, on the 13th of December. So that's the best gift for the holidays we could ask for. Again, thanks for all your love and support, and let's jump into your reading, where I'd like you guys to take a moment and take a deep breath so you can kind of get present, right? The way that I like to use our time together is to really focus on what we're learning, how we're expanding, what we're healing, and to bring forth a message from Spirit to help guide us along our path, give us some inspiration, kind of take a look at what we're, how we can align ourselves, how we can move through the energy of expansion and growth, because, all challenges in life do bring really amazing periods of growth if we kind of go with the flow of the energy and really, get self-aware, learn some lessons, grow and expand. Okay, so I'm going to start with the tarot, and then I'll be pulling a Moonology card for a direct message, and then I'm going to be pulling a goddess message. So 2 oracle decks and tarot. So what is it the collective, what do they need to know for their highest good, only connecting with the energies of unconditional love, the utmost of healing, and the highest of wisdom. Again, only for the highest good. Okay, guys, let's see what message Spirit brings forth today. Okay, the first clue that we get is the 10 of Pentacles, and it did show up in its inverse manner, right? So 10s really speak to an ending of a cycle, right? Like, you guys have had a lot of experience. You've learned a lot of maybe repeating lessons or themes that have come up within your life. And this is Pentacles, right? So this has to do with our material life, right? So we're growing and you're expanding within your material realm. So the 10 of Pentacles, and I'll show you this card here, it's really about our legacy and what we leave behind, right? How it is we want to be remembered is how I associate with this card. And it came in its inverse position. So you're right at the end of this cycle, right? But what you're being called on today to look at is how you can gain expansion around, what are your core beliefs? What do you want to be remembered for, right? So that is today's message. So guys, how are we expanding within our material world? How is it that we are aligning and really coming into balance, right? And finding ways to authentically bring our most aligned self to our physical realm, right? Okay, so your legacy. Let's jump into Moonology now and get our first oracle message in regards to our legacy and letting go of limiting beliefs, right? This is presented in its inverse position. So really the 2 centers, I like to, I'm a Reiki master, and I really love energy and I really love focusing on our chakra centers so that we can know where we need to do the work. What centers do we need to nurture and align so that we can learn the lessons, right? Learn the lessons so that we can expand and bring in the highest aspect of the 10 of Pentacles, which is really all about our legacy and what we want to be remembered for, and really bringing in our goals, our dreams, and our most aligned wishes into the physical realm. Okay, so let's jump in now and ask for a message for the highest good of the collective in regards to this theme. All right, guys, let's see what message Spirit has brought forth. And it is, be bold and make the first move. Yes, I love this message, right? Going back to the centers, grounding, which is our root chakra, our first chakra, and that connects us with feelings of safety, of security, and really being supported, right? So that would be a great center for you to nurture, to really learn the lessons and let go, really feeling safe, supported, and nurtured. So get grounded, work on that root chakra. Being in nature is one of the best ways to do that. And our solar plexus, that is our self-confidence, the core of who we are, really understanding that and loving those aspects of ourselves so we are aligned, so that we are bringing forth the most integrity, etc. So I love that message. And next and finally, we're going to round this out with my goddess deck. And this deck brings two messages. And I'll see, what am I called to? I'm going to do the empowerment message for you guys. That's jumping out at me right now. So I'm going to bring you an empowerment message to wrap this up. Really bring some insight around the areas of our material world and what it is we want to be remembered for, what it is we want to bring and do, right? And so be bold and make the first move. Just get started. It's okay, guys, if you don't have all the answers. Start with a foundation. Start dreaming. Start putting in the work and the research. But really get in tune to what you want to start bringing forward in the next year. We're starting to close out another year. 2023 is almost at its end. And so, again, remember, 10s are about closing out a cycle. It's closing out, a cycle. We're coming to the end of the year. So that's what you're being tasked with. Okay, and finally, we ask for a message from the Goddess deck around empowerment on these themes. Okay, let's see what jumps forth for you guys. And for our goddess, we have Ma'at. So this is about truth. The theme of this is going to be about truth. So for a third center, I would suggest you're really working on your sacral in addition to the grounding and the solar plexus. So your bottom three, starting with root, moving to sacral, and then moving to solar plexus. Nurture that a little bit through the end of the year, guys. Really work on those areas. Our sacral connects us to our emotions, so gaining emotional stability. It also connects us to our creativity. So how do you want to express yourself? What do you want to be remembered for? And let's read what the message that Spirit brought forth. Interesting that the 31 is jumping out at me. Sometimes numbers jump out at me, and 31 in numerology reduces to 4s. And 4s are really, think of a chair. A chair wouldn't be stable with 3 legs, right? 4s are about stability and really taking the end of this year to set that sturdy foundation for what it is you want to welcome in for 2024 and what it is you're really willing to surrender and let go of so that you can move into a higher, more aligned version of yourself. Okay, so let's dive in now, and while I grab my readers, and just take a moment and take in this empowerment message and see how it resonates for you. There is great power in telling the truth and allowing it to lead you to higher ground. It's only when we refuse to see the reality of a situation that we lose our power to create for the highest good. The Egyptian goddess Ma'at comes to remind you that if you are willing to do a fearless self-inventory and live authentically with rigorous honesty, it will lead you to great success in all areas of your life. Being completely transparent with others, although it might feel at first a bit too vulnerable, is really exactly what we all need to be doing right now. So as a collective, that's such a great message. Like, how do you want to be remembered? Start to make some bold moves, right? You were supported. Remember, you were supported. And it's time to get vulnerable and honest with how you want to move forward and how you want to be remembered. When you do this, you will be flooded with the power to claim and experience a new freedom and a new happiness that will pour over your life like a wild, sweet honey. Really bringing in joy and pleasure, being open to joy and pleasure. That is also our sacral center, right? So be open to really just claim freedom and happiness. Really lean into joy and pleasure, and really nurturing those first 3 centers will really be helpful, guys. Okay, let's see what else she brings. Life, or your life, is exactly where it needs to be. This is a wonderful time of empowered choice making. You are doing all of the right things if you follow the invitation of Ma'at to live fearlessly. What did this say? Be bold and make the first move. Yes, driving that home. Live fearlessly in truth, your truth, from a really a place of integrity and just from your highest self. As the arbitrator of balance and divine order, she reminds you of the great value of this way of being. All right, guys, that's your message for today. Thanks again for all the support, and I'll be trying to get back in, or I will be getting back in to a more regular routine once we get my husband home from the hospital. So thanks again, and everybody have a great day.